This is my video narration for exercise 2, and what I've done is from the Canvas site, I've saved onto, in this case, my desktop. This is my preferred method, onto my desktop, and then I, since then, unzipped that file, that folder that was zipped, and now we have our unzipped exercise 2 folder, which is now on my desktop. I then fired up the VPC STC. And so what we're now going to do is we're going to go to ArcGIS, and we're going to get those files. And I'm going to start a new map, and we'll call this one, let's just be creative, we'll call it exercise _2. All right, and this is important where we're going to put it. And so here, I want to put it on my desktop. I want to put it on my folder. So I'm going to go back to this whole situation where you go to this PC. Then once again, this is something that should be by now, something which you figured out your method. And so I'm going to go to my desktop. And I guess I could put it in the exercise 2 data folder, doesn't matter. So we'll go ahead and put it there. And so we'll call it exercise 2, create a new folder, sure. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go get that data, go get those files that we need to then do the choropleth and proportional symbol maps. And per usual, I like to go ahead and just check off the base maps. Then we'll go over here to the catalog pane, find folders, and we're going to make a new folder connection. We're going to connect to our desktop and connect to that exercise 2 folder. And so once again, this whole same process. I'll just go ahead and do it again. So go down to users, your name, and then desktop. Okay. And so I'm just going to click on that. We don't need to go any further. Don't need to double click. Just click on that, highlight it, and then click on OK. All right. So now what's going to happen is if we start undoing these little triangles, we're going to get to the stuff that we, and that's the Indiana County shape file and then the census block groups file. So let's go ahead and add those to the map by right-clicking on them and saying add to current map. And we'll also do that for Indiana counties. All right, now we can go ahead and start adding stuff to our map. And so let's go ahead and create a choropleth map of the counties for population density. And so I'll go ahead and I'll right-click in the Indiana counties, then go down to symbology, change this particular drop-down from single symbol to graduated colors. Now it's important, we have to change this box here. So we have our graduated colors, cool, great, but the variable isn't really what we want. We want the variable to be, as it says in the instructions, pop density. So go ahead and do pop density. And then from here, here's where you can then change your different classification. So that's where you change that. And so go ahead and play around with that. I want you to play around with that because you need to answer the questions in the written portion of this particular assignment. And then you can change the classes. Once again, anywhere from 4 to 9 is good. Preferred 5, 6, 7. So go ahead and play around with that. And then the color scheme. And so color scheme, several different, there's lots of them. You can click on the names if you want to see the names. And even further, not all of them are shown here. So if you want to see them all, go ahead and click on that. So it's kind of a memory thing as far as it saves, as far as memory having a few of them. Now let's do the proportional symbol map for the counties. And so here what you're going to do is change from graduated colors to proportional symbols. Now just to give you a heads up, just to create the proportional symbol took me about a minute for my computer to do that. All right, now we have to change the field. So once again, pop density. And I don't want the census block groups in this particular map, so I'm going to go ahead and click off. And here is the proportional symbol. And so once again, this is where you go to the new layout. So you go to the new layout here. So whatever you choose, as far as your different size, go ahead and map frame. I want that. Do this thing where you go from one corner to the other. Important, if you want to move around this particular map, if you want to maybe zoom in or move it to the side a little bit, what I want you to do is I want you to right click inside the layout frame here and then go up to activate. And so what happens is now you can kind of zoom in, move things around. And then once you get to where you like it, go up to layout, click on that, and then close activation. Now what you can do is you can then go back to the insert tab and start adding things. North arrow, scale bar, legend, very important in this one, maybe a frame, a title, who made the map. And once you do all of that, you get it nice and tidy, then go to Share, Export Layout, and then choose the JPEG and send that to me. So what you'll do for this particular exercise is you'll be sending me 3 maps. Particular JPEG of the counties using choropleth, of the counties using proportional symbol, and then also the census block groups choosing to do choropleth with that one. So those are the 3 maps that you're going to be producing, and each of those is going to be a JPEG that's submitted with your written portion.